Hi, online student. Nope, not online. I'm sorry. Hybrid students. You're half online, right? Now, you're working very hard and you're closing out Chapter 3. We'll touch on a little bit of Chapter 3, and there's actually just a very little bit of Chapter 4 that we need to focus on, and then we'll be moving into our first exam. So, I'll give you a handout Monday night in terms of kind of what to expect, actually, in terms of specific instructions. But for now, you need to know what to expect so that you can wrap up that homework and so that you can prepare, okay? Um, the first thing that you need to do is that you're in pause, and that's a good thing, is click on the content button, okay? Now, you're in the content area. Scroll down. In fact, you can collapse some of these areas. Course overview, you can, if you're finished with chapter 1, you can collapse that. You can always expand them later, right? So I'm going to close up all these. And as you move through these, see that we have exam number 1, what you need to know. Now, this is a handout, and what you can do is go ahead and click on that. Okay. Once you do, this handout will open up and you can read some of this information. Now I'm going to review it with you kind of quickly, but you can print this and you can read it. The availability time for this take-home exam is going to be any time between Friday, February the 11th at 5 a.m. and you have to be completely done by Sunday, February 13th at 11:55. Now, if you email me at 11:52 and tell me that the system locked you out, that's because your clock does not match the clock in the Connect system. And the Connect system is right. So you need to be done well in advance. Why are you waiting until Sunday? You need to do this Friday or Saturday or maybe early Sunday morning. But what if you run into a problem? If you run into a problem, you're going to need time to email to ask a question. And if you're waiting until 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night, I may not be online and it might be a zero. So don't do that. Now, a couple things. It's going to cover the 4 chapters. I'm going to pick one question from chapter 1, one from chapter 2, 2 from chapter 3, and 1 from chapter 4. So that just kind of gives you an idea of what the exam will be like. This tells you not to cheat because, yes, we do have a way of monitoring that, so please don't do that. The exam is 50 points, and you're going to take the entire exam from within the Connect system. There's no pause part, only Connect. Now, the Connect comes directly from your homework, but the difference is you can only take this exam one time. In other words, homework you have unlimited, but the exam only one time. Okay, it's 5 questions. That's good because there's a very few number of questions, but perhaps the downside is 10 points each. Just like Connect gives you partial credit on the homework, yes, you will earn partial credit here. Okay, time limit 90 minutes. That should be enough time, especially you've worked these before. I would expect that you would finish it much sooner than that, but I am giving you time because we'll have a standard deviation question definitely in that exam. Okay, now when you press the submit button, you will not know your grade right away. I will put it in pause at various points, probably throughout the weekend or afterwards, but I don't release that grade to you until 5 days later, and that's to allow all the class sections to complete the exam. But after that 5 days, let me just assure you, you will see all the grading. You'll see how you did on each and every problem, you'll see any partial credit, all that kind of stuff. But that you've got to remember, put a note in your calendar to go back after 5 days. Now, if you print this, you'll notice a second page, or if you scroll down, and this is a reminder that you have quizzes, those 5-question quizzes, and you need to make sure that you're through with those. Make sure that you are through with your Connect assignments. I also want you to definitely finish learning project number 1. You'll find learning project number 2 goes quickly, but make sure that you knock it out, and then make sure you're doing the extra credit. So read the handouts, email me if you have questions. Once again, you find this handout by clicking on content